Hey guys, welcome back to the series of Java programming. So in this video we are going to learn how to read the values from the user and store them into variables at runtime. So let's get started. Alright, we have a class to perform all these actions. That means we need to take the input from the user and store that into variable at runtime, right? So to take the input from the user, we have a class called scanner. So this scanner class contains number of methods which allows us to read the values into variables. So to access these methods, we have to first call the class and create an object for that class and call that functions using that object using a operator called dot. That means we should use the dot operator to call the functions in the class. So that's what we are going to do now. So first we need to import that class. So to import that, I'll say import java.util.asterisk. So in Java we have number of packages. So in that util is one of the package and util has number of classes and in which scanner is one of the class in that. So to only import the scanner class, we need to say import util.scanner. So here we are just importing the scanner class. So if you want only the scanner class, you need to use this statement, or else if you want all the classes which are in util, then you need to say asterisk. So this will import all the classes in this util package. So anything will work fine. So I'll just simply comment one of these statements, and next we need to start a class. So I'll say class pro3. Since the file name is saved with pro3, so the class name also should be pro3. And next to the class we need to say public static void main of string args. So I'll place the braces here, and in this we need to write all the code which we want to write, right? So first we need to call the scanner class. So to call the scanner class, I'll say scanner cin. So this is the object which we are going to create for this scanner class. That is cin is equal to new scanner of system.in. So this is how we create an object for this scanner class, and we are calling a system.in function which we are going to give the input from the keyboard, right? So the system.in will take the input from the user and now allows the user to enter a int value. So for that I'll say system.out.println of enter a int value. So in the output we'll get this statement, and next after printing this statement we need to ask the user to give a int value. So what I'll say is int a. So we are creating a variable a, and that is a int data type, and into this int data type we are calling the object of the scanner class, that is cin, and we are calling a function called next int. So this next int will be in this scanner class, so we are calling that function using the object of that scanner class. So what this next int will do, so this next int will take only the integer value which the user enters. So that's how we can differentiate the input given from the user. So we are taking the integer value and storing it in a int variable. And next, if you want to take a float value, let's suppose I'll say system.out.println of enter a float value, and next to this I need to take a float value, right? So I'll say float b is equal to cin dot next float. So this is the function to take the float value. And next, if I want the double value, I'll say system.out.println of enter a double value, and to take the double value I'll say double c is equal to cin dot next double. So one thing you should remember is the letter I F, D are uppercase letters. So if you have given this into lowercase, the function will not work and you're going to get some errors while running the code. So let's try to print these values which user enters after saving into these variables. So for that I'll say system.out.println of the int value is, I'll concatenate with this a variable, and similarly I'll say Ctrl+C and I'll paste this here, and this will be the float value, and for this I'll change it to B, and again I'll say for the double value is, and change it to C. So I'll save this file and run this. Sorry, first we need to compile this. Java C pro3.java. So there are no errors. Let's try to run this. Java pro3. So it is asking me to enter a int value, and the moment you enter a value and click on enter, the value which we have given will be stored into this a variable. So let's say 12, and it is asking for a float value, let's say 12.3, and it is asking for a double value, let's say 45.5555, like this. So it is printing me the values which we have stored into that variables. So the values which we have stored in these variables are the user inputs which we have given at runtime. So let's try to run this another time. So here it is asking me to enter a int value. Let's suppose if I enter a float value, let's see what it does. So there is an error coming for us. So that means you cannot store a float value into the int value. So because here we have given next int, because it only takes the int values, so it cannot take the float values even if you enter at runtime. So that is the case here, and let's try to print some other data types too. So for that, let us take first the long values. Let's say system.out.println of enter long value, and for this I'll say long d is equal to cin dot next long. And next, if you want to take the short value, I'll ask the user to enter the short value. System.out.println of ln of enter short value, and to take the short value I'll say short e is equal to cin dot next short. And next, to take the byte value, I'll say system.out.println of enter byte value, and this will be byte b is equal byte ef is equal to cin dot next byte. And next, the boolean type, system.out.println of enter the boolean value, and I'll ask the boolean g is equal to cin dot next boolean. So let me print these values. I'll say system.out.println of the long value is d, system.out.println of the short value is f, system.out.println of the byte value is g, and the last, system.out.println of the boolean value is. So I'll compile this first. So I'll say Java C pro3.java. So here I have an error. It's saying H. So we do not have H here. But what is the value of this boolean? A, B, C, D. This is E. And this is F. And this is G. Sorry for this. So let's try to run this again. Java Pro 3. Int value, let's say 12. And for the float value, let's say 12.3. And similarly for the double, 12.3. And for the long, 1, 2, 3, 4. Short value, 1, 2, 3, 4. Byte value, 1, 2, 3. And the boolean value will be true. So it is printing all the values which we have given as the input at runtime. So that's what we are going to do. So we have one more thing called string, right? So let me ask the string type also. System.out.println of, enter the string value. So here I'll say string h is equal to cin.next. So this is one method, or else you can also use string h is equal to cin.next line. So these are the two methods to take the string as input. So let me first comment one of this and try to run this. But before that, we need to print this string value, right? So for that, I'll say system.out.println of the string value is h. So we need to run this again. 12.3, 12.3, and the long value 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 again. And for the boolean, I'll say true. And for the string value, I'll say codwithKrish. So it is printing all the user inputs which we have given at runtime. So that's it for now. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon for instant notifications from my channel. And I'll see you in the next video.